Other big decision. Well, let's go chronologically. Yeah, the first goal.
Amazing.
All right. So for those who haven't seen it, it's a free kick. For those who haven't seen it. Is there anybody listening to us who hasn't actually seen this highlight, right? It's a corner kick. Kevin De Bruyne goes to take it. They do a set play where essentially McAllister is on the near post. His job is to cut things out. Nathan Ake basically goes around him, essentially sets a pick so that McAllister can't move.
Yeah.
Darwin, I think, is on Stones, or is the closest to Stones anyway.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
Stones breaks for the near post just as De Bruyne delivers the ball low and hard with a bounce to the near post. And he was really, really close because, to be fair, like Keller reacts pretty quickly, but he kind of like bundles the ball over the line, right? It's not something we often see. I want to get you first, because since you're the Techers guy, on how difficult the pass from De Bruyne was. Because when I first saw it, I said, well, the more I see it, the more difficult it becomes.
Yeah.
I expect a professional footballer to be able to hit the ball low and hard. But then he didn't just hit the ball low and hard, which would have been a cool set play anyway. He hits the ball with such a spin that even after, well, first of all, it doesn't go out of play, which is difficult to do from that angle if you're going to keep it that tight. But also in such a way that after the bounce, it almost like bounces and accelerates into Stones' pass.
Yeah, I mean, more because of the rain, I think. More because of the pitch.
Oh, that's fine. But he's still doing it.
It's more the height of it, because he had to be the perfect height for Stones to just put the inside of his right foot in opposition to the ball, for the ball to, if you look at Stones, he doesn't do anything. The ball is just so perfect that he has to just put his foot in and the ball bounces off his foot into the goal. And I think that's perfect. And yeah, I think Nathan Manua texted me and said, that ball is incredible. And I said, yeah, of course it is. But KDB is so good that I expect him to be able to do that. I don't know if he could do, for example, like 10 in a row or 20 in a row exactly like that. But it turned out for something that they only trained the day before, and Stones said after the game, we had 3 or 4
That's
attempts.
what he said, yeah.
Yeah, but I believe him. I don't know why he would not have said the truth. So I really believe him. It's something they saw against Forest anyway. So it was only the weekend before. So I fully believe him when he said that they tried it. And I think there's something with, so okay, McAllister is very naive, 100%. And I think there's a case to very old school, having someone at the near post, proper near post, and not at the angle of the 6-yard box where McAllister is, but put him on the post, and that goal never happens.
Okay, yeah.
But nobody does that anymore.
Man, yeah.
No,
they don't do it for a good reason.
There was always one at the near post, one literally by the post, near post and far post.
There's a reason why clubs don't do that anymore.
Yeah, right? But then
because you take somebody out of the market.
That opens up for you. So same with the famous Origi Trent goal where, Barcelona fell asleep. There was just the structure defensively was all over the place, and I don't know what Darwin is doing. He was not sure that he was zonal or man marking. He was not sure against Forest. I don't think he's very sure in Liverpool's defensive structure on set pieces either.
Very simply, look, it looks really cool. It was tremendous amount of skill from De Bruyne. For me, defensively, this is on McAllister if you want. Although he's got Ake's big square body on him, right?
Yeah.
So maybe it's a little, but this is on Darwin. If you see Stones, there's no offsides on a corner kick, right? Darwin knows that.
Yeah.
You see Stones, who's not a little man, breaking towards the goal. I expect you to not be 2 steps behind him.
Yeah.
That's if he had floated it in and Stones had headed it, we would be destroying Darwin right now.
But if he's zonal
instead
marking,
we're all focusing on this other.
Yeah, but if he's zonal marking, McAllister is the one ahead of Darwin then.
Yeah, that's fine, but
it's for McAllister's ball.
But sorry,
zonal marking, Darwin doesn't have to follow Stones. This is not how zonal marking. You stay in your zone.
No, I understand how zonal marking. I understand how zonal marking
it's not
works.
on Darwin,
but you can see when the delivery comes in,
that
it's not floated up in the air, and so it's not going to be McAllister heading the ball away, right?
Yeah.
So you can see that. So you can see that the only way the ball gets through is on the ground, and he gets a big jump on you. So I think to some degree that has to be on
very
Darwin.
clever way from City's point of view, I think. Really credit.
From clever to not so clever, Ake's back pass, Darwin's through. Ederson goes and takes him out in a really weird, uncoordinated way, which then means he's injured, which then means Liverpool get a penalty, which McAllister converts, and Ederson has to come on, and Stefan Ortega and his mustache come on. This is just an Ederson brain fart.
I don't know what's more stupid, the pass or Ederson. Well, no, if you do a pass like that, when you know that you're playing against Darwin Nunez, if Gakpo had been the number 9 for Liverpool, he would not have read the game like Darwin. This is what Darwin does. So I was very disappointed by Ake. Ederson, this is not the first time that he does crazy things, because you said
uncoordinated.
Yeah. I just think he thinks he can get the ball. So he's basically, his body and his leg is like, I'm going to kick the ball. And instead he kicks Darwin because he's so late. And I'm thinking, why are you even trying to play the ball? Go towards Darwin, stand him up.
Yeah, he's not going to beat you.
It's completely, like, I just don't understand for such a good goalkeeper. But you've said before this season how average he's been. And for me, this is a perfect example of it. This was a terrible mistake from Ederson.
Yeah, when people make such craven mistakes, I don't generally lump it into their judgment of their performances, right? Unless it's a lot. Because this to me seems so extreme. I think it's simply a case, he had a lapse in concentration, he switched off, he had something that goes beyond, like I said, I agree with you. Week to week, I don't think he's been tremendous this season. Yeah. I don't think he was tremendous last season, frankly. But this is just something that it happens, you take on the chin. We don't have information now on how serious his injury is. I do think he's a much better goalkeeper than Stefan Ortega. Yeah. Not that Ortega is bad or anything.
No, but yeah, for sure.
I do think if it is a prolonged injury, then I think this is going to have some serious impact.
I mean, I know Ake's the defeat at Arsenal where he deflected Martinelli's shot. I know it's not technically his fault, but between that goal and the penalty, it hasn't been a great season in some of those big games. By the way, City against the top 8, we've said that before. 5 draws and 1 win so far. 5 draws, 1 defeat so far.
So in other words, they're not doing they're not winning their head-to-heads.
Yeah, I'm just saying in those top games, it's been top. And we even mentioned the Chelsea games.
And they have Arsenal coming up, right? So that's
the next game, yeah.
So yeah, that's
when they win their first one.
There you go.